Welcome back. In the last video, what we have seen is how we can import a notepad or a txt file from a CABS system of the bank branch into an Excel. Now if you see over here, we have already imported that file, but then we see there are a lot of challenges wherein there are a lot of unwanted rows like this. We have this which is still a separate column, and a lot of irregularities are there. So to make this, if you see over here, this row Sudha Rudrappa should be in this particular row, and the liability should also be going on the top so that everything matches. So the first thing we have to do is that we have to hit shift cells up, and the way we need to do is that we select over here because we want to put this on the top. So we have to delete this cell and this cell together and bring those things entirely up. So the way we have to do is that we have to select these both cells and right click, delete, and then there's an option called shift cells up. Now what will happen in this is it automatically shifts the entire cells in the row on this Excel upwards. Watch. As soon as I do this, if you see over here, this entire data makes sense now. So now we know that this is the account number, this is the new account number, this is the name, the open date, the ROI percentage, and liability. So one step is over, and this is for everyone. Now the next step what we need to do is we have to delete all the unwanted rows. Let's do that, and for doing that we need to take the help of filter in Excel. But before selecting filter, taking filter, we have to select the entire row, entire table. And the way we can do that is we have to go and say, if we use Control Shift right, you know what, first we have to select and delete the first initial 7 rows because our column starts from here. So let's delete by selecting it from the left, all the rows, right click and delete. Now we see all the columns are on the top. Now we all have to do is that we have to delete all the unwanted rows and the blank rows. To do that, we have to select the entire table. If we do Control Shift right and Control Shift down, it is not going to be very effective and efficient because it is going to take a lot of time. The easiest command to, and we cannot also use mouse because if there are 10,000 rows or more, there is no possibility of dragging a mouse. So what we need to do is that there is a command which says Control Shift End. If we do that, we automatically select 2415 rows in this particular table, and then we go to data in the main tab, data and filter. This will activate our filter command in this Excel. Now it makes our job much easier because if I go into this serial number and if I unselect the entire thing and scroll down and select all the blank rows, Vijay, serial number, I will not delete the product code because I'll be using that in my future video, and I need this data. I'll delete print, DP, DP code and the line. So all these things I don't need. If I select all of that, it automatically filters all of this. All I need to do is select over here and again hit Control Shift N to select my entire table, and to delete this entire row there is a shortcut command called Control minus, which means Control hash, or we can even right click and delete it. So whatever we want to do, we can do that. Okay. Now this deletes my entire row which was not required. If I go back to my table again by selecting all, you'll see it is much more cleaner than before. Now what I see over here, this new account number, it is not displayed properly because it is showing 1.5 plus 12, and I want to display it like this. To do that, I have to select this entire column, right click, format cells. We can even bring this window by a shortcut command called Control 1. We go over there, we select the number and we remove the decimal places. Okay. Now this brings the entire table right in front of us. Now if you see over here, this is a perfect data except for this row number 9, which is the product code. We can see all our data in a much cleaner and in a database format which we always wanted. In our next video, we'll discuss about how we can use if command to get all this product code as a separate column, so that we can run VLOOKUP command, we can run pivot table command to analyze and interpret the data. Thank you and stay tuned.